East Hartford, Connecticut, home to the UConn Huskies, where basketball has a championship pedigree and there's plenty of enthusiasm for football as well. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and when you've got a team that makes it into the top 25, now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 25 team in the country, the Georgia Southern Eagles, facing off with another team from the Pac-12, the UConn Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. UConn will deliver the opening kickoff, and we'll get this game going. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. So the Georgia Southern Eagles offense will start this game off. And here he comes. This offense is built completely around the talents of this running back, a rare commodity in today's game, and all eyes are on it.
And the defense knows it too. You know, every single snap, this defense is going to be keying on this running back, knowing that he is the key to the offense's success.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They feed him again. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Looking to move it through the air. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. 2nd down now after the sack. Williams will pass. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. And the offense sprung a big-time leak, and the quarterback went down.
And when you're throwing the football, you're trying to stop the best athletes in the world from getting to your quarterback. They're going to get there. They're pinning their ears.
And he makes the catch at the 25. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Eagles look to keep this drive humming. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Buying some time. Got a man, it's White. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
Nice job by the defense, just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Went to the running game on 3rd down and picked up 5, but still a couple of yards short. It's 4th and 2.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Eagles.
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the UConn Huskies offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
In an empty backfield here on 2nd and short. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage before he was stopped, but using the running back in the short passing game gives him a first down.
And you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's just a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that where you're looking for the first down. Run that play, you get it. Nice, easy, breezy.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Off the bootleg and rolling out. He's going for it all. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. On the option. Now the pitch. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Using his legs, it's White. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter. Georgia Southern has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
And I love this because you got 2nd and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get 3rd and manageable. Nice job getting the run. Not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the first down. Now you're set up for good success on 3rd down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Williams looking for a man. Hit as he throws. It's complete. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Man, it's so nice to have a quarterback who doesn't flinch. You watch it, man. He's hanging in there, right? Hanging in there. Takes some time for those routes to get down the field. Gets hit as he throws it, but delivers the ball, a catchable ball down the field, and makes the big play. Nice toughness by that young man.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Eagles. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Akron rolled to victory today in a game where they not only capitalized on opportunities, they created them. And that's the way this coach wants them to play every week. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. The give from the gun. Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominated at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. At midfield, he's got room. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Man, that is so tough. When you play defense, you get your eyes on your keys and you got to read them, but sometimes they lie to you. You could see the little misdirection by this offense, fooled the defense, created some space. The offense took advantage and made a huge play.
Quick pass on the jet motion. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line. Went to the running game on first down, now 2nd down. Power football with the run. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? Looking to throw, it's Fagnano. They've got the screen set up. And the completion gives them a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. The Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Pulled down after a pickup of 6, but he gets it inside the red zone. It's down at the 15.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Looking for room, it's Edwards. Relying on the run, he gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Wants to throw on first down. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the...
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They took it 71 yards down the field, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you've played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Looking to go up top on first down. With the catch, it's White. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Pocket starts to collapse. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Good timing on the quick out.
And on that out route, third down, guys, you just want to see a little bit better execution. You want to see more depth on the route. You want to see a little bit more of an accurate throw so he doesn't have to come back and fight for it, so that he can pick up the first down a lot easier. A little bit better by the quarterback and receiver, and as a result, they do get the catch, but it sets up fourth and short.
Good pickup there. He gets enough for the first down. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Williams will pass. Using his feet to buy time. He'll let it go down the right side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. A designed run for the quarterback. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Eagles! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, a first half that saw a little bit of everything there in East Hartford. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Rentschler Field.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. UConn going back to work on offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Looking to pass. It's Fagnano. It's complete to the left. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
The give out of the gun. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pass.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. They'll try to run for it. And the Huskies have a first down.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop it. You better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. It'll be a draw. Running with power. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
Catch in the middle, it's Hansen. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. The little soft flip pass falls incomplete. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. And this one splits the uprights. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. South Carolina was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Gamecocks performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. A first down for the offense. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Able to run it out to the 28 on first down. Now it's 2nd and 7. The give to the tailback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Well, they called that an ISO play, and it was isolated for a loss.
And they try to isolate a linebacker inside and really run the football right at you, right down the middle. But you better move those big defensive linemen out of the way and create some space. They didn't do it, and you could tell that's why the ball went nowhere.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Georgia Southern about to snap it on another 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Williams looking for a man. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
He's got it. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Defenses throughout the week study every 3rd down situation. You got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He's looking to throw it. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The UConn offense goes back to work. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make it.
Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter. Georgia Southern has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got him, and they convert. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Back to throw, it's Spagnano. It's complete on the right side. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Feeling some heat. Grab near the marker. It's Sheffield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. The Huskies are flying down the field. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Coming after him. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Ball still spotted at the 34. It's 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. He'll just keep slinging it. Unloads to the right. Makes a connection. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Pushing ahead, a tough run. Picks up 4. It's down at the 15. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. Fighting off the defender. Relying on the run. He gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. He caught it. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the Huskies come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking for a man. It's Fagnano. Just gets rid of it before the heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. Got his man quickly. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. The play action fake. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Husky. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby. Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? And you can just feel that right now. It just felt a few minutes ago like this game.
He's looking, pressure's coming in, the pressure gets there, and down he goes, and they won't be able to cut into this lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. On the option. Quick toss. Jukes his way for more. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down mark.
Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Firing to the right, complete. They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Here they come on 2nd down, trying to put this game away. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And the Eagles get it past the sticks. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Eagles come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. The option look. Now the toss. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Got it behind the line. It's Burgess. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical third down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. It came down to the final quarter, clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? A great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.